I will. So far, we can't hear you. If you want to just check your mic. That way, if you do have a question, we can hear you. No, you're still on mute. Okay. Well, there is the chat function if you want to pop into chat if you have questions.
I think you can hear me now, right?
Yes,
awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
No worries. All right, well, we'll get started since we're right at 12:01. So thank you for joining us, Will. My name is Tyra Mitchell. I am the Associate Program Director for the Kinesiology program at Tulane. I'm also a professor of practice. Michaela, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you. I will. I'm Michaela Williams. I am currently the Interim Director of Academic Advising, and I oversee students who are in the Sports Studies program and Health and Wellness Management graduate program.
Wonderful. It's nice to meet you both. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Do you want to just share kind of, I know we have slides there, but I might go a little bit off. Will, do you mind sharing like what you're interested in kinesiology?
So my background is I have been in sales for about 26 years. I've done the same job forever, and I'm pretty good at it, but I'm bored and I'm burnt out. Back in the day, I played rugby for about 14 years. And during that time, I used to train people. I used to do massage. I used to do a ton of stuff that was in this realm. But I never did anything academic for it. I don't have the certifications I need if I want to continue doing that. And frankly, it's been a long time. So what I wanted to do with this is kind of dip my toe in. I know that you have a couple of, I guess it would be equivalent to an associate's degree or certifications. And I just wanted to take some of those classes, see if this is something that I'm still truly passionate about. And if that is the case, then pursue it further.
Okay, sounds good. And I don't think I said in my background, I'm actually, clinically, I'm a physical therapist.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
So, and we have a couple of other clinicians that are on faculty for the program. So just thank you for that introduction, Will. We'll kind of present to you about the school, about our program, and then Michaela has some additional information from the advising side of everything.
Okay.
All right, so Tulane School of Professional Advancement was founded in 1834, is known as one of the oldest schools, the first school at Tulane University. So we have a long history of our presence at the university as well as in this community. Next slide.
So Tyra, I don't mean to cut you off, but a week ago I did the orientation that went through all of this.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Fine,
yeah,
fine.
I didn't mean.
So we
I didn't
probably
mean to cut
jump
you off,
through. We
Yeah.
have extensive online programming, so you probably know that. We utilize a lot of our industry leaders to teach our courses. So in kinesiology, we have 4 programs of studies or 4 degrees. We have 2 undergraduate degrees and 2 graduate degrees. The undergraduate degree is in, we can probably go to the next slide. We have a BA in health and wellness. So as you can see there, it's 120 credits, including 30 credits that are within the kinesiology major. So those required for the kinesiology degree. For the undergraduate program, we have more on-ground courses, but we are continuously developing online offerings. Obviously, as we've gone through the last 2 years, we've had to, shift and pivot like everyone.
Right.
So we found ways to be innovative in, some of the hands-on things in health and wellness that we can actually bring to the online realm. Career options for health and wellness would include like fitness coordinators, rec program coordinators, behavioral health specialist, certified personal trainer. There is also a 4+1 program where you can actually move into one of our our graduate programs and finish out both your undergraduate and graduate degrees in 5 years. Next slide, please. And then for the other undergraduate program is exercise science, 120 credits as well overall, but 40 specifically in exercise science. Again, available on ground or a combination of on ground and online. Career options from here, some more in line, kind of what you were interested in. Well, someone in exercise physiology, athletic trainers, physical therapy, preparing for physical therapy programs for the graduate programs in physical therapy or occupational therapy, et cetera, personal trainers, fitness instructor. A whole host of careers can really flow out of that undergraduate degree in exercise science. Next slide. And we'll move on to kind of our graduate programs in kinesiology, and we have a Master's of Science in Health and Wellness Management. And this really is kind of supporting healthy lifestyles, but it's also looking at healthcare and wellness delivery systems. So being a leader in healthcare organizations, innovating and being an entrepreneur within healthcare. And so this is really taking you kind of from the next level of being a practitioner to perhaps someone who's leading a group of practitioners or leading in population health and things like that. So health promotions manager, wellness director, employee health director, health communications director, wellness coaching, and especially for folks who have experience in healthcare, this can help you with just kind of healthcare leadership and administration.
Right. And Tyra, to be real honest, a lot of my focus, at least at this moment, is probably people at least 30 and up, and probably more focused on 40 and up as they go through age change, life changes, body changes, things of that nature. Just because, frankly, I'm 51 years old and I'm going through it now, and I just see a lot of my peers who are falling off, who are things that are changing and they don't know how to address them, both physically, mentally, socially, the whole deal. So that's where a lot of this started from. And my talking for 10 minutes and people going, wait, do you do this for a living? And I said, no, but it's something that I'm passionate about. And so trying to channel that into something, positive on the other side.
Yeah. Well, are you looking at an undergraduate degree or a graduate degree?
So at this point, it would have to be a graduate because my degree is in mass communications and management. And I graduated from school back in 1992. So it would be me just, doing about 180 degree, swing from what I have been doing. But I do have life skills. I'm a 51-year-old who went from playing rugby for 14 years to working and putting on all that body fat and those changes and going through all that. And then a year ago, dropped 50 pounds and got back in the gym and got back in shape and actually started playing a little rugby again. So having gone that full circle, now trying to put more of the academic side of that rigor that I've been putting myself through for the past, however long.
Well, that life experience and that life cycle is what will bring absolute value to whatever you do. So that's amazing. The thing about the one thing I want to go through before we leave the slide is that we do have certificates at the graduate level. So if you are not interested in pursuing the full degree, you can actually take concentration. So for the health and wellness management, there's corporate wellness, health leadership, health strategy, and financial management. And then our other program, which we can go to the next slide, is the Master's of Science in Sports Studies.
Okay.
And this one also has stackable certificates where you can choose 2 certificates and 2 required courses, and you can have a master's degree, or you can quite simply go through the specific concentrations for those certificates. So we have sport administration, sport coaching, sports security, and sports medicine. And those have a lot, there's sports nutrition as part of some of the coursework. So that might be interesting to you.
Very. Because
The,
actually I currently coach. I coach rugby, both men's and women's, and I've been coaching for about 10 years. So again, all that stuff I like to do, but now actually having some academic, heft behind all of that.
there you go. So I think it's really, the programs that we have within kinesiology are really flexible. Like I said, if you just want the certification, you can go through the certificate programs taking those courses, or you can, if you have an interest in more than one area within the program. So in sports studies, you can stack 2. In health and wellness management, you can stack 2 to actually have the full master's degree.
Right.
But careers that come out of the sports studies, you can see there are coaches, which you already are, but we do get a lot of coaches, right?
Yeah.
The folks who are working as coaches come back to get their certification or some additional education and training to improve what they're doing. So you see that, and then, security, event security, those types of things are covered within this program. Next slide, please. Do you have a question? I'm sorry, Will.
No, it's just kind of funny because back in school, I went to UNC, and the unpleasantness of Monday night, I'm still getting over, but I've done event security, stadium security. Even as a bartender, I've done that kind of thing, taken those behavioral classes. Mm-hmm. It's just funny how all of this kind of is starting to mesh into, this whole deal. So, and the other thing is, I would probably start with the certificates and then see where my actual passion flows. And then if I wanted to get a specific degree, have it flow out of that.
And that's exactly why we have it designed that way.
Right.
We are built for people who are doing very similar things to yourself, have worked their entire careers in one field and have decided they're going to pivot towards their passion. And so we do have it set up where you can do the certificates, or you can stack them in order to move forward and have the graduate degree.
It makes sense. It's well thought out.
And both of our graduate programs are fully online.
Okay. Well, and I have no problem being in the physical space either. Frankly, I've worked from home basically my entire professional career. I don't mind being on campus, and I live a mile from the campus, so I don't really, that's fine for me. But either way is fine.
That's great. All of our courses are online. We do have some events. I will say prior to COVID, we had some on-ground events to bring together our graduates. So if you're that close, that would be fantastic. And there's an amazing space. Our department is in the Richardson building. So there is a place if you want to be there and be, present. We do have a place that you can work from, meet with the professors if you need to in person.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Next slide, Anne. Graduate and post-baccalaureate certificates, we kind of went through that whole process of, what their certificates are. Michaela, do we still have post-baccalaureate certificate? Are we still offering it, or is it just kind of, we're going through our last few post-bac? I thought we were phasing those out.
I am not sure. I can find out because the undergraduate, the post-bac, Dan handles that. I can find out for you.
Okay, so we'll just put an asterisk there.
I will.
I think we are phasing out our post-bacs, so I don't want to go into too much detail there, but I do think that you're looking more in the graduate certificates anyway. That sounds like it's more what will kind of fill the need that you're looking for educationally.
Perfect.
And so this is a view, this is actually only a snippet of the faculty that we have. The majority of our courses are taught by adjuncts, and the reason why they're adjuncts is because they're actually working within their field. Right. So we will have individuals who are coaching at the collegiate level, at the pro level, at the recreation level. We will have physical therapists like myself. We also have RT. We have individuals who are working within athletics. We have a sport law course that's in the sports studies program, and that's taught by a sports lawyer. So we get folks who are actually doing the work to teach the courses. So it's really a diverse background. And then right there in the center with the red shirt, Lainey Dornier is the program director. She wasn't able to be here today, so we didn't meet her today. But she and I work together in kind of the administration over the kinesiology program. So that's someone to specifically know. So if you have any questions about the program, you could definitely reach out to myself. My contact information will be at the end of this presentation, as well as Lainey.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I just got confirmation from Dan. He said PBC and health and wellness, we're getting rid of it. You were correct.
Okay.
All right.
Good deal. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, no problem. So, Will, like yourself, I am, before I got to higher education, I was in sales myself. So I spent a lot of time doing, so I know the burnout feeling of what you speak of. And I was also an athlete in, my previous life.
Right.
I'll just talk a little bit about the student support and success. So, whichever program you decide to do or certificate you decide to go on, you'll be assigned an academic advisor. And more than likely, if it was something in sports studies or health and wellness management, then you would be with me as an advisee. I would help you with that process. Tyra has already went over the expert faculty and the experience they have in the industry. We have a full-time career advisor who works with the SOPA staff. You can schedule meetings with her, or especially with somebody who's transitioning into a different field. Resume, networking, interviewing skills, anything you need, we have a full-time advisor. And networking with the peers.
Right.
Tyra and Lainey do a really great job of trying to connect former students in the program with current students and try to keep that network going as you try to move into a different field or do the things that you want to do. So that's a huge a plus for the program as well. All right, credit for prior learning. If you want to earn credit towards your degree for using some of your previous experience, if you want to do that, we can discuss that when you get into the program. Graduate students in the program can earn up to 6 credits for a portfolio assessment. So yeah, if there's a class that you see that's part of the program, and you're like, oh, I know this like the back of my hand, we can discuss how that might, Sure. I think I had a strength and conditioning coach who was in the program, the sports studies, and he was like, it's what I do for a living, and we have a strength and conditioning class. So we were like, okay, we went through the portfolio process and was able to get awarded credit for that class.
Oh, wonderful. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We can cross that bridge when we get to it if you
Sure.
decide. So affordability, tuition, the rates for a graduate level course, $1,119 at the current moment.
Okay.
Financial aid is available for specific programs if you qualify. Like I would be your your academic advisor. You would be assigned a financial aid counselor.
Okay.
I could tell you who that person is, and we can connect you with them and see what type of aids and grants that you will qualify for. On the right of the screen there, you can see what type of aids and grants are available.
Okay.
For a specific, depending on what you would qualify for.
Okay.
Applying is simple. You can go online, complete the application. The application fee will be waived since you attended this webinar. So we will take care of that for you. Just need a government ID with a clear image and any transcript, obviously the transcript from your previous institution that you earned your undergraduate degree. We need to send that to us. We have confirmation of that. GRE is not required. So there's no standardized testing you would need to take to get into the program.
Okay.
So once we get all that information, usually get an answer within a few days of acceptance.
Okay.
And then we look forward to getting you started.
So I know that summer applications need to be in by the 25th. Is that correct? Oh, for early enrollment. Okay, 25th, but by May 1st. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So get the application done and in. We can get you started for whichever classes you decide you want to take. If you just want to get your feet wet,
Yeah.
Based on what your interests are. Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Okay, perfect.
And then the early
Well,
enrollment. if you
it's going to
do-
be so hot here this summer. I might as well do something productive inside.
Hey, I hear you.
Yeah.
And then the early enrollment is if you want to be eligible for a one-time scholarship. If you enroll
Yeah.
by April 25th, then you would be eligible for that scholarship.
Yeah, they in the little orientation last week they discussed that, so that's why I have that date in my head.
Perfect.
Okay,
All right.
let's grab that too. Perfect.
Yeah, and that's our contact information. Definitely feel free to email Lainey or myself,
I will.
and we'll get some answers for you.
Okay. The only questions I have off the top of my head now concern insurance. Am I eligible for insurance if I'm taking classes?
I believe you should be. We have an opt-in, so students who are taking classes can opt in for insurance.
Okay. And I have a friend of mine who has gone through this in a completely different, core class department, but that's what she said as well. I just wanted to make sure that that was still the case. She
Yeah.
and her husband both have been doing that. Okay.
Anything
Any
else?
other Yep. Any other questions?
Do I have access to the gym and all the fun stuff as a student, or is that restricted?
It's not restricted. It's just not so. It's not part of your package that you pay for. If you want to become a member at the gym, you would have like a monthly membership. Like you would just do it like a regular Tulane community member. You can sign up and pay a monthly fee to be a member of the gym.
Okay. Other than that, I mean, very specific classes I probably need to look into a little more, figure out what certification road I want to go down, at least initially. So I will do that. And I think you sent me an email maybe a week ago that had those class listings and those certifications. I'll look into that. And Tyra, if I have any questions, I'll email you and that, or Michaela, do you have an email address?
Yes, I do. I'll put it in the chat box for you.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Well, the other thing I would say is you can definitely explore like all of the programs kind of in one visual on the website. If you go to Tulane, if you just Google Tulane Kinesiology,
and I think I've done that. Yeah,
our page pops up, and you can kind of explore everything that's available there.
Wonderful. And Michaela, thank you for sending me your email. I appreciate that.
Not a problem.
Absolutely. Is there anything that you can think of that I said that maybe needs clarification or anything? Either one of you?
Not on my end. Nope.
Okay, wonderful. Well, first of all, thank you both for your time. I appreciate this. This is something I'm definitely going to do. I just don't know. I'll tell you, the only thing that I'm a little worried about is trying to get transcripts, because it was 30 years ago. So I've never done that before. I don't know how efficient they are at sending that kind of thing.
It's gotten better. A lot of it's available online, and like a lot of schools are on maybe 2 or 3 different types of services. So it's pretty streamlined.
When I get that information, who do I email that to? Or is that part of the application process and it's like you attach it there as you go forward with the application?
It is part of the application process. You can't, for the transcripts, the official ones I'll put the email address in the box because they have to be unopened official transcripts, and they send it electronically. Here, I'll put it's SOPA Records at Tulane.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Wonderful. Okay. Excellent.
Have it sent to that email address, and it'll go straight to our admissions team.
Okay, wonderful. Other than that, I can't think of a thing. And like I said, I just really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to working with you.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you both soon. Thank you both.
Thank you. Bye, Will.
Thank you, guys. Take good care.
Bye,